Hi everyone, today I have another holiday tutorial for you guys. This one is much different from my last one. It's a lot more dramatic and has a darker lip, and I decided to film this tutorial a little bit differently or edit it a little bit differently to show you a little bit more in detail how I get my looks. So I hope you enjoy! To start, I'm going to use this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15 to use that as a eyeshadow primer, and I'm just putting it on my eyelids with my fingers and just blending it in with my fingers as well. I like using a concealer as my eyeshadow primer just so that all the veins and darkness on my eyelids are canceled out. Then I'm going to set the concealer in place with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder just to make sure that it won't crease when I apply my eyeshadows later on. For my eyeshadow today, I'm using the Lorac Pro palette, and to start I'm going to use that taupe shade, and I'm going to use that with a big blending brush to put that in my crease as a transition color, and I'm just blending it out a lot and high over my crease up to my brow bone. Using a transition shade just helps the other darker colors blend out much better later on. Then I'm going to mix Sable and Espresso together to darken up the crease, and I just used a smaller blending brush to do that, and I just kept adding a little bit of color and blending out until I had the darkness that I wanted. I like putting down my crease shades first so that I can blend them out however I want to and make them as dark as I want to. That way later on when I add my lid shade, that way I don't blend it all away or have a harder time blending out my crease shade. And now I just took a bigger blending brush and blended it out further just to make sure there was no harsh lines. And then I did the same on the other side. Then I took the Espresso shade out of that palette and I took that on an angled brush, and I used this to darken up the outer corner to make it a little bit more of a smokier, darker look. And I just blended it out later on with a smaller blending brush and added color until I was happy with how dark the brown shade was. Then I took this Too Faced glitter glue and this MAC pigment in the shade Pretty It Up. I took the glue on a small little detailer brush and I just put that precisely on my eyelid wherever I wanted that pigment to stick, and just a little bit over the top of that brown shade on the outer corner just so that I could blend it out well, and I made sure to do it pretty smoothly on the inner corner as well. Then I applied it with this flat brush, and I just took my time with this because I didn't want there to be too much fallout or anything. And I absolutely love this shade. It's a kind of green gold shade, and I absolutely love how this looked on the eyelid with that glitter glue. Then I just took a small blending brush again and kind of blended out the outer corner and the crease area to make sure that there wasn't any glitter sticking there or any pigment. And then I just did the same thing to the other side. For my eyeliner, I took this Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner and I just drew a line on my upper lash line, and it takes a little while because the pigment soaks it up a little bit, or it's a little bit harder to apply the liquid liner like this, but just take your time and add layers and then it works. and a little bit later I did the wing of the eyeliner as well. I forgot to film the next part, but I just put some of this Smashbox Full Exposure mascara on my top lashes, and then I applied the Ardell Demi lashes. It's just hard to film this because I have to get really close to the mirror. For my foundation, I took the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, and I just blended that onto my face with the Beauty Blender. I had just cleaned my Beauty Blender, so it took me a little bit longer to apply the foundation this time because it felt like the Beauty Blender just wanted to soak it all in. And for my under eye concealer, I took the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15 again and my Beauty Blender. To set my under eye concealer and the rest of my face, I used the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I just took most of it underneath my eyes to set in that concealer, and the rest of it I just put on my face to make sure it was set, and that way it's easier to blend in the bronzer and the blush and all of that later without it looking patchy. For my bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I used the Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette, and I used the Park Avenue Princess bronzer to give my face a little bit more color and a little bit more shape to it. So I took most of it closest to my ear and blended that out very well with that brush. Then I did the same thing on the other side, blending that bronzer upwards onto my cheeks instead of downwards. This will give it a bit more of a cleaner look, because you don't want it to go all the way down to your jawbone. Then I took some more on my forehead just to contour it a little bit and make my skin a little bit more bronzed. Then I took the blush shade from this palette, and I believe it's called Unleashed, and I just blended that onto my cheeks and blended it backwards. Then I felt like I had gone a little bit overboard with my blush, and so I just took my Beauty Blender to blend over it a little bit. Then I took the Champagne highlight out of the palette, and I just put this on the top of my cheekbones, concentrated it there, and then blended it downwards. Then I also took some on the top of my nose. I didn't bring it all the way down. I did kind of the exclamation mark trick, and then I did a little bit on the tip of my nose and also my Cupid's bow. For my eyebrows, I took the NYX eyebrow gel in the shade Blonde like I usually do, so I will just fast forward this part. I just comb them out and fill them in like I do in pretty much every tutorial. Then I took some more of that Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner pen, and I used that to cover up the band and touch up on my eyeliner where it needed to be touched up, and made sure that the lash band was covered and the lash glue as well. Then I took the shade Taupe on a small blending brush, and I used that to give my lower lash line a little bit more color. and a little bit more dimension, and I just blended that on my lower lash line and made sure to blend it up to where my eyeliner was so that it didn't look like it was just on my lower lashes. Then I took this Rimmel Scandal Eyes Nude Eyeliner Pencil and I just put that on my lower waterline to brighten it up a little bit. Since this look is a little bit darker and smokier, I wanted my lower lash line to be nice and bright. Then I just took the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara and I put that on my lower lashes. For my lip liner today, I took the NYX lip liner in Cabaret and I just outlined my lips with this, and I took my time because I wanted the outline to be nice and precise because I'm going to use a liquid lipstick and they're a little bit more work, and since this is a dark shade, I wanted to have a nice smooth outline so that it looked nice and clean. Then I took the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the shade Cherry Skies and I just put this on my lips as well, and this takes some time because you don't want that dark color to go everywhere and you still want to make sure you stay in the lines. I absolutely love this liquid lipstick and the shade that it's in. I love the darker look paired with the smokier glittery eyelid. And that's it for this look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know in the comments down below if you liked the way I did the voiceover and told you a little bit more in detail how to get this look. But I absolutely love this for the holidays, all the glitter and the darker lips. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!